Good morning, beautiful people. Okay, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. I'm still here. I'm just gonna be waiting for people to come in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm still here waiting for people to join in. Sorry, I am late. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I see one person in the building. Please let me know who is there. Colette. Hi. Welcome. Ada, good day to you. Good day. Good day to you as well. Thank you so much for coming. So I'm just going to set something up and then so I can get all the questions that I was asked. Hey, Sonia, welcome. Bom dia, tudo bem? How are you guys doing? Focal Media, if I'm correct. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we are going to be taking a lot of questions. I see one more person in the building. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining, and there are lots of questions to be answered, and we are really going to get right into it because I have just 1 hour. I said this the last time. I have 1 hour, but I ended up spending over 3 hours actually. So but today I have an appointment at the hospital, so I need to be fast, and then but I promise we are still going to do what we're going to do, so nothing is going to change. So I'm going to look for the welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to find out the questions that was asked on my community tab, and then we're going to take those questions first, and then we will get right into the people that have questions for today right here right now. Okay, so Chidebere, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Sonia, Colette says thank you. I am excited to be here. Welcome. I'm excited to have you as well. Sonia says, please, I submitted Canadian format CV on my May Gcub form. Is that okay? They have no problem with any type of CV because they know you are an outsider for now, and it is acceptable. You're still a foreigner. But as soon as you get in, I think you need to change to what is this called? Lache CV. Yeah, so that is when you start becoming a professional in your field. Okay, so but when you first come into Dubai, I said Dubai. Sorry, I lived in Dubai before. When you first come into Brazil, it's not necessary to quickly change to Lache CV because you're new and you're still going to school. But by the time you start attaining different professional levels, you will need to switch from your normal regular CV to the Brazilian Lache CV. Lache is spelled L-A-T-T-E. Okay, there's a website, there's a link for that. You click on it, you create your CV there, and then they will verify it, and then that is how you have a Lache CV in Brazil. But for now, you are not expected as a foreigner to have that. So the normal regular one is not okay. That was Sonia asking a question, right? Sonia and every other person, please let me take questions from my community tab. First, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I see more people joining. I want to first of all take the questions that was put on my community tab over the week, and then we address those ones, and then we come right here to talk about every other thing we have to talk about today. Okay, so let me just switch to my community tab, and then we'll take the question. You can keep your questions coming right here as well. You can keep typing your questions. I'll just quickly take this, address them, then come back to you guys on this place. Okay, so I actually came 9 minutes late, so I'm gonna make up for that by staying 9 minutes extra. Okay, Just 1 second. You guys should keep your questions coming. I am trying to fish out the questions right here on my community tab. Yeah, here we are in Mercy. Okay, so keep your questions going, or you might as well want to listen to what I have to say, and then we'll take questions from here. You can keep your questions ready. So we're going to take the first question right here. Okay, we have a whole lot of questions, so we're going to take them one after the other, and I'm going to address them. Okay, so the first person says here, I think it's from Nature Therapy. I don't know if this Nature Therapy guy is here, but I don't know. Maybe they will catch up with the questionings, or maybe they will catch up with the live later. I'm not sure, but I'm here. I told them I was going to address these questions, and I expect everyone to be here by now. All right, the first question says, enlighten us about crime. Sis, how do you stay safe? Documentaries about crime in Brazil are very scary. Are you guys ready? Now, crimes in Brazil, yes, there are lots of crimes in Brazil, but there's a but to it, because it's like, okay, there's crime everywhere, but if you don't go looking for crime, crime wouldn't come to you. I don't know if you understand. Like, for example, you live a normal life. I'm going to share with you the circumstances in which you might be unsafe in Brazil. There are crimes, but if you don't do things that would attract crime or lead you into criminal situations, you wouldn't be affected. Okay, so let me explain it this way. Welcome everybody. I might not be able to read now, but as soon as I attend to all the questions here, I will definitely get back to everything you're saying. I'm still going to read comments. Okay, so let me just quickly address all the questions on the community tab. For those of you that are just coming in, you're very welcome. Anyway, so the person here is trying to say that I should talk about the crimes in Brazil and how people can stay safe when they come in. Foreigners can stay safe when they come in. Like I was saying, if you do not do things that attract crimes in Brazil, you will not be affected in any way. And I'm going to share with you circumstances in which might attract crimes or criminal situations to you. Now, if you are a person that lives a very normal life, normal regular life, and you don't involve yourselves in situations like, okay, you're joining a gang, you're selling drugs, because if you join a gang, you're definitely attracting being unsafe to yourself. If you sell drugs, you should already know that is a dangerous game to play. So these are I'm mentioning the circumstances in which you can be unsafe in Brazil. Ordinarily, if you're walking on the streets of Brazil, like you're living a normal life, you have your own apartment, you go in, you come out, you have very few friends, no one is going to come near you. No, you cannot just be walking on the street right now and then somebody comes to kidnap you, like the case in Nigeria. It's not all states in Nigeria that have a kidnapping anyway. The northern part of Nigeria, there's a whole lot of that. The Lagos is still very safe, I would say, for the most part. So in situations like that, you don't just come to Brazil and then somebody kidnaps you. That doesn't happen here. Or somebody comes to waste you. If you don't involve yourself in something, you must be involved in one thing or the other for something of that nature, criminal situations to happen to you, okay? So if you don't join a gang, you don't sell drugs, and then you are you must keep your properties very safe, because in Brazil it is very common for people to snatch people's phones. So you should be aware before you come into Brazil. Keep your phones to yourself, keep your laptops to yourself, keep anything. So if you have all these things well kept, no one is going to be looking at you and following you to come and take something from you. Although sometimes you might be walking on the streets, so you have to be careful of your environment. You might be walking on the street and somebody might just come pull a gun and just rob you randomly, but it doesn't happen like that every day like that. So be careful of the be careful. You can walk at night, but there should be a limit to what timings you walk at night. And when you see a group of boys standing or hanging around in how will I put it, just hanging around, just know that you are not supposed to be there. Walk fast and move. Or if you see men on bikes, helmets, you should be careful of people like that, because they do snatch phones. People like that snatch phones. Okay, you might not know that, you might think they're delivery guys, but not all of them are delivery guys. They do snatch phones on bike. You might be using your phone on the streets. Keep your phones, your laptop, anything valuable to yourself, and hold your bags properly. Do not I know sometimes you might come to Brazil and you might want to use your phone to find locations or use traductor like translator, but you have to use your head. Now that you know that there is very high rate of snatching in Brazil, you need to be very careful how you use it. When you use it a little bit, keep it in your pocket. Use it a little bit, watch your side left and right. Be careful, because even a bike from the back can come, poof, take your phone off. So you need to be careful of that. So don't forget, I said, if you're not in any drug related situation, you are safe. If you don't join bad gangs, you're safe. If you live on your own quiet life, go out, come in, you have very few friends, you're safe. If you keep your properties safe very well to yourself, you are safe. And there's one thing I want to talk about again, which it might sound very stupid to people, but it is one of the most dangerous, like one of the most dangerous way to be unsafe in Brazil. But it is the most stupid in the ears to hear. Okay, I'm going to describe it to you. In a situation whereby, okay, it has to do with dating in Brazil. Dating in Brazil, welcome everybody, I am here, okay? I'm going to read all your questions. Hi, I see you, Bitcoin. I see everyone. I'm just trying my best to, like answer all the questions right here that I have. It's a lot, but I don't even know. Maybe I should take one from here and take one from here. What do you guys think? It's a whole lot in my community tab. So maybe I take one from here, take one from here, take one from here, take one from here. So like I was saying, so that is that okay by you guys? Let me know, so that I don't just concentrate on the questions right here on my community tab alone. So I am able to shuffle it in between here and there, okay? So like I was saying, this is one of the most stupid ways to think that you might be unsafe. For example, dating. It has to do with dating in Brazil. In Brazil, Brazilians are people, very lovely people. I've always talked about them on my channel, very kind. Like the whole country, I won't say the whole people, but the country is known for kindness. Like they are very kind to foreigners, they are very kind to people, they take care of people, they take care of their, their citizens, their residents, they take care of everybody. However, when it comes to dating, okay, they take it too serious. Like this. You cannot mess with them when you're dating them, and I don't know how to describe it. So let's say, for example, you're dating one of them. Date them for the right purpose, I beg you. Date them for the right purpose. And when you discover that it is beginning to get, like somebody's beginning to get to, how will I put this? There's a word for it. Like somebody's getting to, I can't remember right now. Like, asphyxiated with you. That's one word to use, but there's a general word I want to use. If you notice, if you're dating one of them and you notice that they are beginning to get to, what's the word, my goodness, like, okay, you guys are dating and then it's becoming too, where are you going, where are you coming from? The person is getting overly too jealous, okay? And there's a word I want to use that you guys will get it faster. The person is getting too jealous or too clingy and too possessive. Yes, I got it. Possessive. When you begin to notice, observe that this individual is getting too obsessive. Yes, obsessive with you, then you should know that it is time to go far away. Because here in Brazil, they take it so serious. Relationships, it might not even be a serious relationship that they want to lead to marriage. No, it doesn't have to be marriage for Brazilians. A relationship is a relationship. They like fun, so they can just date a person just because, okay, just for sex sake, okay, and they are fine. It's not a crime, it's not a problem, okay. That is not my problem here. My problem here is when they start getting obsessed with you. Borrow your leg and move far, because anybody can be unlived, okay? Here in Brazil, they take their lives because if I cannot, another situation is if I cannot have you, nobody can have you. Like, you want to leave me? Oh no, you're not going anywhere, and then it becomes a problem. Another case in this type of, so you become unsafe in situations like this. When a man or a woman is obsessed with you, borrow your leg and move. 2, when for example, let's say you have a partner, maybe a woman or a man in any case, and your partner has dated one of them before, right? And now broken up, now with you. Maybe you're not even a Brazilian, or you're, but now with you. But somehow that person keeps surfacing. Oh my God. That's a very serious situation to be in. Okay? If the person, whether a man or a woman, in any case, continues to surface and doesn't want to let that person go that has just broken up with them, man, you that you're dating that one that dated the Brazilian, you better start finding your way. Do you feel me? So those are ways you might be unsafe, especially if your partner now continues to condone the other person. If your partner continues to encourage her or him, still texting him, talking to her or him, going to see him or her, that is a recipe for disaster, because it gives that one the room to come and unlive the one inside. I don't know if you guys understand me. So that is another security alert. That is another way to be very careful when you are in Brazil. All right? Be careful. Make sure that if you're dating somebody who has dated one of them before, let it end properly. And if you notice that your partner is still condoning or accommodating that one that he just left and is still encouraging, leave that to your partner, because you are not ready to be unlived, right? All right, so it might sound like, oh, it's a joke, but it's a very huge security alert, at least for me. Because every day I watch on the news here, when this one will say, you cannot leave me if you go, if I cannot have you, nobody will have you. Boom, the person is gone. Whether man or woman, they do it both ways. Their men are like that, their women are like that. So be very, very careful. If you're dating them, date them for the right reasons. I am saying it now. So I think that answers it. So let me see again, any security alert. Keep your phones well. I said it. Do not join bad gangs. Do not sell drugs. Do not, when you're dating them, date properly. If your partner from any sides has dated them before, broken off with them, if he's still surfacing, break off with your boyfriend or girlfriend, leave. If your partner is still encouraging the Brazilian he left, that man or woman is a bad person and is preparing you to be unlived. That is it. Anyway, I hope that question is clear for that individual that asked this question. But if you, like I said, if you live a normal life, you're fine. No one is going to, like me, I don't overdo things. I don't go out I don't go to parties. I don't drink. I don't smoke. You cannot find me where you will find all these dangerous things. So tell me, who can come and unlive me? Nobody. Or who can see me on the street and come and kidnap me? Nobody. So if you're kidnapped, just know that either you are in a gang, or you are dating somebody that somebody is interested in, or all those type of situations. Avoid them and just live a very simple life in Brazil, and you will be fine. Okay? Because if you're walking on the streets, nobody will just come and just waste you for nothing. No, it doesn't happen that way. You must be into something before anything bad can happen to you in Brazil. Okay, so let me see if there are questions here. Welcome everybody. Let me take one question from here before I go back to the one on the community tab. Okay, so we said we're going to be doing 1-1-1-1. All right, so I think I say hello to Colette, hello to Sonia, hello to Fakao, Foku Media, hello Sonia, Chideberry, welcome. I'm trying to see who has questions. Oh, Johannesburg, welcome. I have a friend here. Her name is, I forgot her name now. Start from a J. She's here. She's on an asylum. She's on an asylum, but she's free. It's not like she's in bondage or something. She's on asylum. What I'm trying to say is she has a type of residency in Brazil, which is asylum. And yeah, she's from South Africa. And there's one other lady talking to me right now. She's from Botswana. Yeah, so she's from Botswana. I'm excited to meet, because Botswana and South Africa are kind of close. Hey, Foku Media, do you know I've been to South Africa before? Very lovely. Very, very oh my God. Beautiful country. When I went there, I was like, I've been to a couple of countries anyway, but I felt so cool. Like, man, this is Africa. So cute. Like, I was in Cape Town. So Foku Media, I loved South Africa. I was there for like, I think 2 weeks. I met a lady from Israel there. She was from Israel. And then we went everywhere together. Table Mountain. We went on this cable stuff. I have videos on my Instagram of South Africa. Very beautiful. I felt like I was in Europe. I'm like, is this Africa? Hey, it was freaking cold. Like, it was so cold when I went, but it was so cute. South Africa is beautiful. You people should go. Whoever has not gone should visit South Africa. Cute! One of the most beautiful countries in Africa, if not the most beautiful. I'm not kidding. South Africa. It has all the vibes of, Germany. You can, if they close your eyes, yeah, they close your eyes and just say, ta-da, they take you on a plane. They don't tell you where you're going. Ta-da, you get there. They say, open your eyes. You open your eyes like this. If you look around, you will never say you are in Africa. You will say, if they tell you, guess where you are, you'll be like, I'm in Germany. I'm in Finland. What about Switzerland? That's how beautiful South Africa is. So welcome, Focal Media. I didn't go to Johannesburg. I was in Cape Town, but I know everywhere is almost the same. So Colette says, thank you. I'm excited. You're welcome. Sonia says, please, I submit. Okay, I think I answered that already. Chidebere says, can I work while studying? You are free. Nobody will stop you. But there might be difficulty finding a job in Brazil. So you have to be creative and create something for yourself. But you can teach English online. That is for sure. You would definitely get either online or on-site. You can teach English. There are jobs, English jobs right here. Sonia says, thank you very much, dear. Okay, you're welcome. Chidebere says, what if I don't get the Gcub scholarship? How can I get to study English courses? Private universities. And their private universities are not as expensive as the other countries. Okay, it's not as expensive as other countries, so it is quite affordable. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it is way affordable than other countries. There are benefits in Brazil, okay? The job thing might be a thing, like you will get a job, but you need to learn the language. But when you get a job, the salary might be very low if you're operating on a low level. But if you go to school, you learn the language, you will get a high paying job in Brazil. You will be at a high level. For example, I studied criminology and security studies for my first degree. That's my first degree before I studied to be a teacher in Dubai. That first degree, let's assume I want to work here with that certificate. I can work in their law enforcement agency with a criminology and security studies certificate, right? It has to be attested from home country and legalized by the Brazilian, embassy and all of that stuff. But to use it, you have to learn the language. If I want to work in the criminal justice system here with my criminology certificate, I have to know the language. This is what you need to those are the little things you need to do to prove to them that you are you want to be a part of them. Learn the language and then you get the right job. So go to school. That's the way you get a big job here. It's not like Europe where even with a tiny job you get so much money. In Brazil, if you go to school you get the big job, but if you don't go to school you get a small paid job. Okay, that is how it is in Brazil. So so private universities, they teach in English. They might teach in Portuguese as well, but you will have more leverage to exercise yourself in other languages. Anyway, so what if I think I answered that already. Focal Media says, on visitor visa, can I apply a temporary visa? You don't need to apply a temporary visa. Can you expatiate what you mean? You mean temporary visa? What do you mean? On your tourist visa, you can apply to seek asylum, and then they give you temporary residency. George, welcome. Ayerite. I don't know how to pronounce. Ayerite. Oh. Anyway, I'll say George. Now he says, an international student entitled to post-study visa, and if yes, how many years are international students allowed to stay? But see, Brazil doesn't really operate things like that here. They don't really operate things like that here. If you are done, a lot of people, most Africans or Nigerians that I know, they just immediately after their masters they go on to PhD because it's free. So why not just apply to study for your PhD? So that keeps them for 4 years. And in Brazil, once you stay 4 years and you've not mastered the language, you are entitled to permanent residency. Do you understand? So most foreigners, when they come here after their masters, which they study for free, they proceed to apply for their PhD. So masters is 2 years, PhD is 2 years. That's how many years? 4 years. And you only need 4 years to stay in Brazil to be eligible for permanent residency. And then you can apply for citizenship. You are eligible anytime, any day, anyway to apply for your permanent residency. If you get it anyhow, whether you get married, your wife has a baby, or your girlfriend has a baby, or you get married to a Brazilian citizen, anyhow you get married. It doesn't even matter in Brazil. Whether you want to do it that way, or you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into that. A lot of people do it the other way. A lot of people do it the normal way. Marriage is marriage. They shall find a way. They find a way to be married. And they get their permanent residency. After 4 years, you're eligible for citizenship. So people, they use that opportunity to study more for PhD. It's free. So study master's, study PhD. It keeps you here in Brazil, on the land, on the soil of Brazil. You must be 4 years here to be eligible for citizenship. If you don't do the baby route, if you don't do the marriage route, 4 years here will give you that entitlement. I hope that is clear, George. They don't really do that. People just find a way to proceed into applying into more things that can keep them in Brazil to make them stay for longer, and then they're eligible for citizenship. Donald, hello Donald, how are you? This is my first time seeing your name anyway. Welcome. It says that maybe I've seen your name, because I'm so sorry, so many things on my head, and I read comments, I reply comments back to back regular, but sometimes I don't stick the name in my head. But I know some regular people like George and 1 or 2 people. If I see their name, I recognize them. So Donald says, hello Ada, is tourist visa from Nigeria still an available option? Viable option? Like, what's the success rate? 65-45. 35. 65-35. If you have your proper documentation, you will get the visa. If you have a job, for example, you have a good job, not overly good, but at least something that pays something into your account. You have a job, and there is flow of money from your job or business into your account. You have enough money in that account. You have maybe, if you're lucky, you have landed properties, that's fine. If you have a wife, husband, children back home, those are ties. So these things qualify you to get the visa. So the success rate is based, this is how I'm going to answer you. The success rate is based on your documentation. If you have it right, you get the visa. Do you understand? And for those of you that are always asking, oh, I don't have travel history, you don't have to have travel history to get the visa. As long as your documentation is right, you will get it. If you can, then you can get a letter of whatever from your company saying you're going on holiday. That's a good requirement. And then if you have a company, you have to get a letter from your own company, your CAC, is it CAC they call it? You know, your company certificate, you have to put it, and then that helps your application. So I would not say 50-50 or 60, just have your documentations correct. And then you get the visa, definitely. Sonia says, okay, dear, as soon as the scholarship results have been released, what is the visa process? That's not a difficult thing. How much do I need in my account? If they give you the scholarship, you don't need any money in your account, because already they know the school will be funding you, so you can survive, and you're not paying school fees, so they know that you'll be fine. So how soon should I leave my home country to resume school? You can leave 3 months ahead, 2 months ahead. Paul, hello Paul, how are you doing? Nice job you're doing, thank you. I've been following your content on YouTube. First, your accent is difficult to place where you are from in Nigeria. I'm Delta Igbo. I'm from Delta State. My name is Adeze. Sonia says, I don't really have the regular Nigerian accent. That's the truth anyway. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, that's the way I speak. Hello everyone, welcome to all of you that are just joining in. Thank you so much for joining. We are here answering questions all over, from the community tab to the comment section. So that is what we are all about right now. And then I'm going to be taking questions here, and then I'll move back to the community tab and take some other questions, and then we're going to shuffle it and we're going to help ourselves. Okay. So we've talked about security. The first question was about security. I answered that already, and I'm just trying to do a recap for those that are just coming in. And then we answered a few questions so far about studies and all of that stuff. Okay. Sonia says, have there been any case of rejection on... No, they don't read. Listen. Okay, let me finish reading. Especially for IT. Do you mean rejection in terms of giving you admission, or after they give you admission, they reject your visa? If they give you admission, scholarship, they don't reject visas. Your visa is already waiting for you at the embassy. Once you get that scholarship, your visa is sleeping in the embassy right there. Your name, everything will be there waiting for you. Then even if it's not a scholarship, you apply directly to a university here. They don't reject visas. They see a good reason why you are coming here. They usually give student visa. Brazil does not reject student visa. So whether it's a scholarship or whether it's normal application without scholarship, it is still free to study anyway, but your visas are sure. Okay, so, but I don't know if that's the question you asked, Sonia. If it's not, you can rephrase it down so that I can still get there and read. Bitcoin says hi at Daisy. Hi, Bitcoin. Chi Debere says Uzoma. Okay, Chi Debere Uzoma says she's Igbo. Yeah, I'm Delta Igbo, yes. Anyway, we all speak Igbo anyway. I don't know who is Igbo. I don't know who is Anambra. I speak Igbo. I speak Igbo language anyway. Bitcoin says, I have a question, Daisy. Go ahead. Throw your questions in. Chidebere says, you take one question from each side. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Now I've taken a whole lot from this side, so I'm going to go back to the other side to take more questions. Let's see. Odunola. Hi. Obsessed. Yes. I remember when I was trying to remember. Possessive. Those are the words. Yes, exactly. Once you discover that the woman, the man is beginning to be obsessed, that better pack your bag. We were talking about security and how to keep safe, stay safe in Brazil, and situations whereby you might be unsafe in Brazil. One of them is dating. It sounds stupid, but it is one of the unsafe situations right here in Brazil. Every day they unlive themselves. If I cannot have you, nobody will have you. And me, I'm not ready for anybody to unlive me. If I am with a partner and he continues to entertain somebody from outside who he has dated, someone from here, because this thing is not common in Nigeria. If you break up with a person, they cry. When they finish crying, they wipe their tears. The person who broke your heart is already gone. You, even the Nigerian, will wipe his eyes. Maybe 1 month later, she's fine again, and he's fine again. Then you move to another boyfriend, or you move to another husband. What? We don't know, go and unlive anybody because somebody broke your heart. It's not common in Nigeria, but that does not mean it doesn't happen. But this I described in the beginning. It happens in America, Canada, US, this Western world. They do it a lot. If I cannot have you, no, but America is just too much. They unlive themselves every day because they are obsessed with their partner. To me, those are security. Being unsafe when it comes to security wise, that is not security for me at all. You're not secure when it comes to dating in that aspect. Move far. If your partner is encouraging somebody from previous relationship in this context, in this Brazil, and the person continues to interfere in your relationship, you better pack your bag and go, because you can be unlived. And the funniest thing, or the saddest part of it, is that man is still going to be alive. That woman is still going to be alive, and then you are already gone. And then maybe the person who unlived you will be in jail, or maybe he or she might not even be in jail. Who knows? But you are already gone. So why not just pack your bag and go far away? Once a person is obsessed with you, pack your bag, leave that relationship, and move, and don't be unlived. Especially if you have children, you have something to live for, right? So Bitcoin says, married person can marry again in Brazil? If yes, how? See, if you are married, they should not know that you're married. If you marry again here, it's bigamy, right? You know that all over the world. But anyway, people find a way to do things. Paul says, hi Daisy, for those who got the Gcub scholarship, is it permanent residency visa that will be given or temporary? How many years? Okay, so I think they give 1 year. So as soon as you get into Brazil, you take it to the Polícia Federal. At the Polícia Federal, they would process your residencies for 1 year. So every year is renewable up until the time you're done with school. So let's say, for example, during that period, you don't want to go for PhD or I told you guys, once you are done with your masters, you have to start thinking of PhD. If you don't want to have a baby in Brazil for permanent residency, if you don't want to get married to a Brazilian for permanent residency, you have to apply for a PhD to keep you longer in Brazil. 4 years you are entitled to citizenship. Okay? Well, yeah, I think it's 4 years. Is it 4 years or 8 years? 4 years, I think. So check that factual, but I think it's 4 years. So during the course of your studies, if you have a wife, you use a family reunion to bring your wife in. If you have a husband, use the family reunion to bring your husband in. And if you're done with having babies, you don't have a choice. You guys have to have another baby. So that baby helps you people to have permanent residency, okay? And then if you have other children from that you gave birth to outside, that permanent residency, still that baby covers even the children outside. They also are entitled to permanent residency as well. So all right, so I think I've taken a whole lot of questions from me. I'm going to go back to the ones on the community tab. Let me just take 2 more questions from this angle, and then we move to the other questions on the community tab, okay? So Shonwumi says I think, please let me know if I'm answering your questions down, okay? Let me know if I'm getting to your questions. If I've not answered your question, please scream out loud so I know, so I can take your questions, okay? Show me says, could you please tell us something about provisional naturalization for children? Yes, I can. Okay, I can. Provisional citizenship, from what I know, if a child is below, for example, you have children that come, let's say you come in with a student visa, or tourist visa, however you come in, you find a way to get, let me start with student visa. Let's say you come in, and then you bring in your family with a family reunion on your student visa. As soon as you get here, let's say somehow you guys have a baby, maybe with your family, with your husband or wife. You bring them here, you have a baby, and then you have your permanent residency. Your children from outside, I told you, yeah, even the ones you didn't give birth, you're entitled to citizenship. So for as long as they are below 10 years old, they are entitled to provisional citizenship. Now, what does it mean? It actually means that the government of Brazil will provisionally grant them citizenship based on the fact that, oh, you were not born here in Brazil, but we consider that you are still very little, and we are offering you like a conditional citizenship. And then when you get to 18, it's a normal passport, it will be on the system that it's provisional, but you're still a citizen. Okay, that child gets citizenship. But when they leave it open in a way that when you get to 18 years old, as a child that was not born in Brazil but was below 10 when you came here, okay, they leave it open that when you get to 18 years, they'll ask you a question: do you still want to continue to be a citizen? So it's your choice at 18 years old to say, yes, I want to continue, or no, I don't want to. So they choose whatever choice you make. If you say yes, they grant you the full and permanent one, like you are a full citizen. That is how it works provisionally for children who were born outside Brazil, okay, but below 10 years old. Okay, so that is what it's all about. All right, I hope I answered that question right for you. Let me see what else is here. Hi Daisy, for those who I think I read that permanent residency that will be known. I think I read that already. He said, please, when does GCUB release the results? September, early September. And check the website. You'll find the answers there. Please, if I'm not answering your questions, let me know if I'm skipping, because somebody just asked me about provisional citizenship. I don't even know what that question is right now. Please, when does GCB release results? Nice one and good impact. Oh, thank you so much. Chooks says, nice one and good impactful insight. Thank you. Bella, welcome. Chooks, welcome. She said, well done, ma. Thank you, Bella. Smile says, shout out to you too. Thank you for coming. Fokuti, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name well, but anyway, Foku Media. I want to celebrate my birthday in Brazil in December this year. Yes, SA is home to be. Yes, SA is very beautiful. When I went there, I really liked it. Hello, Chukumela or something. Chukumela. Can a person under asylum proceed to start? Of course. 100. You have every right, like any other person. Whether the person is on permanent residency, citizen, you are the same. They don't see you as different. You go to school free. You open a bank account. You can register a business for free. Everything. So Bella, I hope I answered your question. Ali, welcome Ali. Ali says, it is a pleasure to have you today, ma'am. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Focal Media says, how free is to YouTuber to film on the streets? They will snatch your phone. I told you. I don't know if you were here in the beginning. You can film. Nobody stops you. You're free to film, but when it comes to taking or snatching of your phone, I cannot guarantee you anything. You know, in Nigeria, you can go. We've talked about security in the beginning, so if you were here in the beginning, you heard what I said about security in Brazil, how you should stay safe in Brazil, how you can stay safe, situations that can put you in unsafe situation. I've already explained. You know, in Nigeria, for example, if you're going on the street, you can still hold your phone and say, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Daisy. I'm here right now. I'm at the supermarket doing that. You can still do that in Nigeria. If you come here and try that, you will just find your phone right now in Central on sale for 50 reals. Anyway, let's keep going. Baba Tokpe, welcome everybody. Baba Tokpe says, how much should I have in my bank account to apply for a tourist visa to Brazil? At the time I was applying, I had up to 3.5 million naira in my account. I had already calculated that was as at 2022. So now if you're coming as a single person, the ticket rate is high now. When I was coming though, it was around 1 million already. But I was able to get it for 800 and something. Lucky me, Qatar Airways. Shout out to Qatar Airways. But I booked ahead. So I was able to get it 800 and something. Okay? So I think, but as at that time, I was seeing ticket for 1 million, 1 point something. So you have to book ahead so that you get a cheaper rate. So let's say you can have 4 million, 4.5, 5 million upwards. That's reasonable. Okay, so let's see. Baba Tokpe says, hi Baba Tokpe, welcome. How much should I think I answered the questions. I answered the question. Chimezie says, please, when do GCB release? I think I already answered September, early September. Baba Tokpe says, I mean to apply for a tourist visa to Brazil from Nigeria. What was your question before? I know I told you to rephrase, but now I cannot even remember the first one. Baba Tokpe. Smile says, I really appreciate your assistance for all your answers. Yes, I do answer questions back to back. It's not easy, but I do it. Even on Instagram, I don't sleep. 5 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm answering questions, and I'm not joking. 3 a.m., I'm awake. I'm the type, I don't really sleep like that, so questions always come in and I just answer. Even early in the morning, afternoon, questions are everywhere. People really want to travel. Although this has been since my days in Dubai, so it's been a long time anyway, not just Brazil. Let's see the next question. I'm going to go to the community tab now. So we take another question from the community tab. I really appreciate, yeah. Thank you, Smile. Kaniki. Nosal Kaniki says, welcome Kaniki. Hi Daisy, is it possible to get a full-time job on a... No. Even you'll be stressed. You will be stressed. If you're working full-time and then you'll be stressed. So, and again, you'll be learning with Portuguese. So how? You'll be learning with Portuguese, so how it's even going to be more difficult, so more challenging. So not to talk, you're not learning in the language you know, and then even if you're learning in the language you know, which is English, and then you're doing a full-time job, it will affect you. Then not to talk of you're learning in a language that you have to practice all the time. No, just take a part-time job. That's why even in America, Canada, US, people don't work full-time, and they make it a law. You cannot work full-time because so it doesn't affect you, right? You know. So let's see the next question. Okay, let me see another question from here. Somebody asked about the weather in Sao Paulo in July. It's gonna be like hot and cold, what is it called now? Sao Paulo is always hot and cold, hot and cold. You don't even understand the weather, to be honest. Hot and cold, hot and cold. It can be cold now, and then right now it's hot. It can be very sunny now, and then you're walking on the street very sunny, and before you know, you see rain. So Sao Paulo is like that. But I think from next month it's going to be cold. September is going to be cold, like that. So I think Colette says, please, Mommy Lulu, I would like to know how to seek asylum. If it's a document I will fill, or I will have to look for a lawyer and explain my story about why I decided to seek asylum there in Brazil or go to court. I already answered Colette in this question here, but for the purpose of people that are here that didn't read that, I think I will tell her what I said. I think I said, hi. Okay, I think I gave her the link to go watch a video I made about asylum, and I said to her, your passport and your story and other information like your birth date and so on are needed. Okay, so it's not difficult to seek asylum in Brazil, so don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about that. It's not. And I don't know, Colette, you need to go check my videos. I already made a video how to seek asylum in Brazil. I mentioned organizations that can help you to seek your asylum easily in Brazil. They are the ones that helped me, and I mentioned them in the video. Watch the video, take the names of the organization I mentioned, Google them or find them, and even the one I even mentioned the address of the one that did my own in Rio de Janeiro. So the address, I put everything there in Rio de Janeiro. So so if you watch it, you will see. But I'm in Sao Paulo now. If you're in Sao Paulo, I've mentioned a lot of, even in my other videos, I've mentioned organizations like ADUS that can help you, Caritas, CIC Sao Paulo or CIC anywhere, ADUS, and then Caritas, and then there's Caritas here in Sao Paulo, there's Caritas in Rio de Janeiro. So you just find all these people in your city. Okay, and it's not difficult. Just sit down there and they'll ask you 1 or 2 questions just about your document and your story. Finish. It's not difficult at all for asylum. So Colette, I think I answered it before, and then I'm still answering again. So this person says, okay. This one is about tourist visa situation. Hello, how are you? Please help in finding out why male applicants are required to have interview at Brazil Embassy in Nigeria. As you have previously said, it's only females that go for interview. Thanks, looking forward to you on Friday. I already answered him here, but my answer to him right here was, now these days they have started interviewing male, not all. Before it used to be, before there was no interview at all for Brazil's tourist visa, there was no interview. But subsequently, because of the high rate of women coming to give birth here and all of that stuff, they started interviewing women gradually these days. Now, recently, they have started interviewing men. Now, if they call you for an interview, they most likely want to give you that visa. That is why they are calling you for an interview, to ask you 1 or 2 things, to look further to see if they want to give you the visa, if they will grant the visa finally. So it's not up to you to like really answer your questions, and right, they might not even ask you so much. All right, I'm going to tell you 1 or 2 things they ask. I already answered this person here, so and I think I gave the same answer. So they might just ask you about Brazilian food, mention 1 or 2 Brazilian food. I always encourage people learn what is the capital of Brazil, what is the color of the flag, what are the colors on the flag, and most importantly, name some cities, name some cities and places in Brazil. Where are you going to in Brazil? What are you going to Brazil to do? Why Brazil? So these are the likely questions. And most importantly, where are the places you said you want to go? Now, remember that when you're filling your form, remember that there is there's what we call itinerary. They expect you to list the places you will be going to in Brazil and what you'll be doing in each of those days. Day 1, day 2, you're going here. Day 3, you're going there. Day 4, up until the last day you claim you will be in Brazil. If it is 1 week, you have to tell them what you'll be doing in that week. Even on the day you're going to be resting, day 5, rest in my hotel room, you have to state everything. Now, they are not dumb. They might just ask you a question. Where are the places you said you were going to be going to? Do you understand? So if you are just filled the form, because you know you're not going back home, you probably will just forget to to put in your head the things that you put in your itinerary. A lot of people, they know they will not go back home, so they don't bother to read what they have said they are going to be doing. And that is where they know that you won't return. But because by the time they ask you, and you cannot even remember where you're going there. Because the truth is, if you're going on holiday, I want to see Burj Khalifa in Dubai. I want to go to Sharjah. I want to go to Queen. I'm mentioning places in Dubai now. I want to go to Ras Al Khaimah. I want to see the biggest mosque in Abu Dhabi. That shows a tourist, somebody who wants to go and sightsee, because I have it in my head. Beautiful places I want to see in Dubai, right? So as soon as they ask you, where are the places you said you're going to be visiting? I would love to see the Burj Khalifa. I've always heard about Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa is so beautiful. From what I see on the internet, I would love to be a part of it, So, and also I would like to see the biggest mosque, or the most, the biggest mosque in Abu Dhabi. I would like to take a walk around the mosque. I've heard a lot about the mosque and I would love to see. And also, I would love to visit the St. Mary's Catholic Church in Dubai. I cannot believe there is a church there, and I would like to see with my eyes. It's a Muslim country, but there is a church, a Catholic church. I would love to see. So you see that it flows, because I know the places I have in my head, the things I want to go and enjoy as a tourist. So you have to put yourself in the position of a tourist. And so when they ask you, you know everything you said you want to go and do in the country you're going. So that is a likely question they might ask you. And again, always remember your date of travel that you claim. Everything you mentioned on your form, while filling your form, the date of travel, the day you said you want to leave Nigeria, even if it has passed, even if it has passed the time you mentioned and your visa is still not ready, mention it the way you said it in your documentation. And then you can now tell them, but now that it's gone, I still have the option of taking more permission from work and still shifting my travel. I can still shift it that is if they even require that answer. But answer it according to every single thing you filled in your form during your tourist application form, okay? So I think I answered that already. So more insights on vocational studies and packages. For now, I've not seen so much of people coming in through vocational studies. But what I'm going to do in this case is I'm likely find information about all these vocational studies and put it in a video and put it on the channel. But for now, I only see people coming in through masters, undergraduate and PhD studies. I know a lot of Nigerians studying here, Unicamp, I know Pelotas, I know Nigerians that come here. They come through my YouTube channel. I see them. We work hand in hand together to get their application filled and everything. They get their visa. They are here today. So most of the time it's usually university degrees, but for this vocational thing, I've not really seen anybody coming in successfully with this. But I will try make research. If there's any video, if there's any information, I'll put it in a video and put it on the channel, okay, for this question. So now lastly, this person says, how can you help to register a business in Brazil, or to come down by tourist or is it to come down by tourist visa? Advice. Hope to hear from you. This person is asking, how can she register for a company? You have to be in Brazil to be able to register for a company, and I already made the video how you can register a company for free in Brazil. It's already there on my channel. Just go look for it. Now questions here are done, thank God. So now I can face the people here. So sorry, we cannot face each other squarely here. Where did I stop? Hi Daisy. For those who got the GCB scholarship, okay, I think I answered that. Could you please tell us something about, okay, I think I answered the provisional naturalization for children. I already explained that. Okay, nice one, good. Okay, I think I read that. Bella says, well done, Ma. Smile says, shout out. I think I passed all these ones. Ali, it's a pleasure to meet. Okay. Okay, I answered that. I'm trying to find where I am before. I've answered this one. Okay, I think the last place I stopped is, hi Daisy, is it possible to get a full-time job on a student visa? I think I answered that no. You can get it to stress you out yourself, so get a part-time job. So now Colette says, please, I sent my question to the community section. Yes, I already answered. I think please help me answer too, Mrs. Ada. I think I already answered that again. Colette. Bitcoin says, I have done MBA. I have done MBA finance 2 years, 13 years in UAE account experience. Any scope of account job in Brazil, you have to learn the language. Everything is possible, but Portuguese, you have to learn Portuguese to be able to penetrate into the bigger work system here. Language, Portuguese. You cannot work in a bank and then a customer comes in. How are you going to speak to the customer? They only speak Portuguese here. So you need to learn the language. So when you come in here, the first thing you are doing is learning the language. Because right now I'm going to a Portuguese school as well. So foreigners that come here always go learn the language first before trying to go into the workforce, into the work system. So Chidebere says, can I work while being in the GCB scholarship? Well, it's your choice. Brazil is not a country where they'll be chasing you, whether even if they say don't work. But Brazil is not a country that will be monitoring you, be looking for you everywhere and say, are you working? Are you working? It's not that type of country. If you like, you work. If you like, you establish a business. They'll be paying you anyway. They'll be paying you. So why do you want to stress yourself to go and work again? You can just use part of the money to set up a business. You can run it. You own it. Run your business. That's cool. But why want to wake up early and start going to work or going for one part-time job when you can just establish a small business and do it? If you run your own business, you know it's your time. You can wake up anytime to study or decide to go to your business, or you find a way around your business by yourself because you own your time, right? So why stress about a job when you're already getting scholarship money? And then if you really want to increase or make more money, start a small business. And it's free to register a company. It's free to register a business. So next question, you guys should let me know if I'm answering your question. A married person can married again there in as well. It all depends on how you choose to do it. People do whatever they do. Mr. A, just letter A. Hello. He said, please, do you know the documents I need to get from the father to add? I think you asked me your question in the community tab. I think I answered you already. It's part of what I answered you that day, but you said we said we will talk about the documents right here. So the documents they might like, let me address this. The question she asked me that day was, how can she add the father of a baby to the birth certificate if the father is not here in Brazil? Now you guys should listen very carefully. Now in Brazil, if you come here as a woman to give birth, your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance is not here, and you want to add the name of that man to the birth certificate, when you go to the Cartório or Cartorium or whatever, Cartorium, they will tell you that you cannot add the name of the man because he's not present. Now they might tell you, okay, okay, get some documents from him and send to us for us to process anything. So if you're able to get the document from him, you have to legalize all these things. You should be aware. You have to legalize, you have to notarize or whatever before you send them here or before you bring them down here. Now, if you're able to get the documentation there, well, fine and good, they might include the name, but sometimes they might insist, no, he's not here, we're not going to add him. Okay? In the case, let me mention the documents first before I tell you what you can do. In case they refuse that you cannot add him because he is not here. Now, the documents they might likely ask you to bring is police report, which must be legalized at Abuja. Foreign affairs, okay? Police report, is passport copy, and ID card. Those are the most important things, okay? Those are the most important things they will be asking for. Now, is ID card, is passport copy, and police report. Police report must be legalized at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs before it gets down here to Brazil. Okay, so now let's assume that, for example, they insist that he cannot come, that you cannot, what is it called now? You cannot put his name on the child's birth certificate. That's okay. What you need to do is put the name of your baby, normal, the name of your baby on the birth certificate, and the father's son name. Let the child carry the normal name, even though the father's name is not going to be on the birth certificate. Let the child's name still be, let's assume your husband's name is Adamu, the last name, son name, Adamu. Okay, Musa Adamu. Put the child's name like that with the father's son name, right? Put your name, the mother, and for the husband, for the father's space, they will leave it open because the father is not here. That is, if they insist that they would not put his name there because he's not here. Now put the father's name. They will leave that father's space blank. Then they'll fill the other stuff. Okay, so when you're done, you sign, you do everything. With that baby certificate, you can apply for your own permanent residency. Go ahead, apply for your own. You are supposed to apply for you and your husband, but because your husband's name is not on the child's birth certificate, you cannot use that child's birth certificate to apply for your husband permanent residency. Okay, so moving forward, you as the mother continue the journey, apply, put your name on the birth certificate, use the birth certificate to apply for your own permanent residency. And because you're married to your husband, when you get your permanent residency through the baby, you cannot apply for your husband as your husband, not as the father of the child now, because your name couldn't enter the birth certificate. So that is the brain that you can use to still get your husband to have the permanent residency. I hope I answered your question A. Do you understand? If they insist, no, we cannot put your husband's name, he's not here in Brazil, don't stress, don't bother. You go ahead, do your own, apply for yours, put your name as the mother of the child. You are entitled to permanent residency. Your husband, they don't want to put his name because he's not in Brazil. It's okay. Go move ahead, get the child's birth certificate, apply for your own permanent residency, and when you get your permanent residency, use your own to apply for your husband's own as your husband. That is why it is important to have a court marriage, okay? So that the court, you can have a legal document that says you're married to this person. All right, so when your husband now comes into Brazil, you can go to the Cartario to go and change the child's birth certificate. Tell them the husband is not here, I want to add his name to my child's document. They will adjust it and put his name. Okay, I believe I've answered your questions. A. Sonia says, what I meant to say is, have GCUB ever denied anyone schooling? Of course, it's not GCUB. See, GCUB scholarship is all about a group of schools that come together to offer admission with scholarship. It's just a body. So individual schools will decide whether they want to give you admission or not. It's not like it's GCUB that will go and give you admission or that will make the school give. No. GCUB is just this school, that school, that school, that school come together and they form GCUB. Okay? And then they offer scholarship, monthly allowance, and then they allow you study for free. Remember that whether you get a scholarship or not, if you apply any other way, you will still study for free, but no money. But if you apply through GCB, you get scholarship. Now, for the GCUB, so when admission is based on individual schools in GCUB, So if one school does not give you, another one should give you. If another one does not give you, the next one should give you. If at least one thing should happen, if you apply to 5 schools, at least one school should happen to you, right? That's why it's sometimes important to apply to, like, if you don't find all your courses, like for example accounting, if you don't find in all the stages, like five stages, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have the opportunity to apply to 5 schools, right? If you don't find accounting in all the stages, you can also pick another course. Let's say accounting, people that study accounting can also study economics. You find where there is economics, you also write essay for economics, you write essay for accounting, and then you apply to the remaining 2 schools. Let's say you apply 3 for accounting, you can apply 2 for economics, just to fill up the space to make it 5. Something should happen, right? So I hope I answered your question, Sonia. Yes, it is very possible that all the schools might not even give you admission. One out of 5 might give you, 2 out of 5 might give you. If you have more than one, choose one, you leave the rest. Okay? So Bella says, can someone under asylum process visa for dependent? No. During your application for asylum, it's very possible to mention the names of your family members. Should in case you, through the asylum, you get the permanent residency, then you will not be able to bring this family in. That is why during the application, they will ask you, do you have family back home? Yes. What are their names? You mention their names. So if when they are ready for you to interview you for the asylum proceeding, they want to ask you questions. What did you say happened in your country? Why did you run away from your country? They want to ask you those questions you mentioned back then during your storytelling when you were applying for your asylum. They want to ask you again what happened. They want to interview you to see if you deserve the permanent residency. So during that application, remember, you will mention the names of your family. So if you can wait for the asylum decision, you can wait. Okay, it takes long, it takes years. So if you can wait, you can wait. But some people with that what is it called? With that asylum, before they call them for their decision, some people find other ways to get permanent residency. They don't necessarily wait for that decision because it takes years in Brazil. Unlike Germany and all these European countries, they don't waste time. The decision comes fast. We don't. Your application is not approved by, if you're not from all this fighting and war country, they'll tell you it's time to go home. Bye bye. But here it takes a long time to come to that level to give you a decision. Let's see what's next. Okay, I think I answered that. Okay, Baba Tokba says, thank you. You answered my question. You answered my questions perfectly. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you too. Bitcoin says, ma'am, I'm coming today. I'm coming there next week. Can please share your WhatsApp number? You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Daisy_Rain. That is where I answer people. That is where I attend to people. All those pieces. That is where I let me write it out for you in case you don't have, or if anybody has it, you can help me send it to him. Okay, let me write it here. Bitcoin, is it Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin boy. I talk to people on Instagram. That is where I answer all the questions. Now I don't know how. I want to answer questions here, but the messages are not opening yet. Aha, I find it. Daisy _Rain. _Rain. So Bitcoin, that is where you can find me. Focal Media. Thank you. South Africa got free visa to Brazil. Yes, I do know that because my friend also told me she came here with visa free Brazil, visa-free South African passport. And then Botswana, the lady talking to me now through my Instagram, getting as much advice from me as possible. She's from Botswana. It's also visa-free for her. So lucky you guys, you don't have to apply for visa. Bitcoin, I think I answered your question. Bitcoin, Foco Media, thank you. South Africa got, yeah. Brazil, how easy to what? Thank you. South Africa got free visa to Brazil. How easy to renounce a visa? I don't understand. Do you mean renew a visitor visa to 90 days? You go to the Policia Federal to renew your visa if you want to. Go to Policia Federal in Lapa. They call it Lapa, L-A-P-A, Lapa. That is where you can do that. But why would you want to extend when you can just, I don't know, seek asylum or something, or I don't know. Anyway, Paul says, additional question, yes, some schools grant flights. Like my friend studying in Unicamp, I think. He got flights. He got they bought flight ticket for him. And there's one university again, Federal University of Monte Grosso or something like that. Those ones to give they give flight with a scholarship. They give flight. So yes, some schools do give flight tickets. Additional question, does grant for flight ticket, no travel insurance, none of them gets travel insurance. Some might just give you flight ticket, okay? Okay. Adunola says, please kindly help with the link for Portuguese class. I don't have it right here, but I already mentioned the organizations that can help you, or send me a message on Instagram, and then maybe I can forward one of the links to you that you can study online. Okay, so Chidebere says, what are my chances of getting the GCUB scholarship? MSc Computer Science, and I have a bachelor's degree in Computer Science. Your chances are, if the university likes your essay, if the competition isn't too much in whatever school you choose, and God's grace, okay? Pray for God's grace, because sometimes you might have the best essay and then they decide to choose somebody else. So after you have a good essay written, pray for God's mercy and grace to be chosen, okay? So nobody knows the best chances, or how, I don't know, nobody knows the best way to be selected, except for two things. You do your essays well and leave every other thing to God. Foco Media says, can I learn the Portuguese? Can I learn the language for free on visiting visa? No, because they would always accept you learn online. But if you're going for any class, you can learn for free, but they would always ask of your document. Chudeberry says, how much is the GCB stipend, please? It's around 2,000 something reals. Messages have been deleted. I don't know, by YouTube. I think this message is held for review. I don't know why. I don't know who the person is anyway. Moving with Jay. Hi Jay. It says, as an asylum seeker, can I work, study? You can do everything. I already said that in the beginning. Maybe you were not here. And even in my video that I talked about how to seek asylum, I said everything in that video. Like everything that anybody needs to know. You can do anything. You can go to school for free. You can do anything. You can open a bank account. You can open a business for free. Everything. So you are just the same as somebody who has a permanent residency, as somebody who has citizenship. You can do anything in the country. The only difference is in your head, you know you're on refugee residency, but you still have the same rights as everyone. Even if you have, assuming, let's say you have your children here and you all seek asylum, they are still entitled to free education, entitled to free food, entitled to everything. Nothing changes because you're on asylum. Bella says, can somebody that switched from tourist visa to asylum also switch to study? Of course, when you're on, I just answered you. When you're on asylum, you can study for free. Everything. Bella says again, okay, I think I read that. Can someone on asylum travel out of Brazil? No. No, because they assume you can take permission to travel maybe somewhere else, but not to the country where you claim you have a problem. Indiana says, please, I did not get your response on this question. Can you travel out? I just answered. Can you travel out of Brazil when you are on asylum? I just answered. Oh, moving with Jay says, thank you, I just joined. You're welcome. Bella, is it Bella? Indiana, did you hear my answer? I said, you said, please, I did not get the response. Or maybe you were not here. I just answered, but I'm gonna answer again. Can you travel out of Brazil when you are? You cannot. You can travel. You can take permission to travel to other countries, but you cannot travel to the country where you claim you have problems. So you cannot go back. Say you're from Nigeria, or you're from Afghanistan, and you claim you're from there. Something is chasing you. Something is da 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 da, and then you still carry yourself, go and travel to that same country. They will revoke your application, because if you don't, that means you feel safe. That's why you went back there. What else again? Bitcoin says asylum. How long at will take time? What's the process of family reunion? Anyway, Bitcoin, I want to believe you've been here for a long time. I don't know if you've been here, but I already answered. It takes a long time to get it to be called for an interview, to say come and answer questions. Okay, why did you leave your country? But as soon as you apply, they give you an instant residence permit, temporary residence permit. You can live here, you can school here, you can do anything here till they remember you to call you for an interview to say, come, we want to check your story. We are ready to give you a permanent residency, but is your story worth it? Do you understand? So Bitcoin says asylum. How long? Okay, I think I answered that. Bella says someone on asylum that has gotten his PR can travel. Of course, now you're free. I used to be on asylum, but now I have my permanent residency, so I can go anywhere. All the pieces broken and scattered in mercy. Yes, you can go anywhere you want to go. As soon as you switch from that to permanent residency, you can go anywhere you want to go. Master, hi Master, can you help with tourist visa? I have a video that explains step by step how you can apply for a tourist visa according to how I did mine. So you can check the video out to help yourself. Watch, learn, apply. If subsequently during your application you have more questions, you can always ask me while you're filling your form. I always reply people on Instagram and even on my comment section. So next question. Indiana says, can the GCB recipient apply for dependence visa not at the same time? When you get here with your student visa, you need to go to the Policía Federal to register it, and then they give you straight 1 year. As soon as that is done, then you file for your family to come. You apply for family reunion for your family. That's how it's done. I'm trying to see where I am. Okay, Bitcoin says, thank you, ma'am. You are so kind. You're welcome. Thank you, too. Colette says, thank you so much, Mommy Lulu. You're welcome. Colette, I answered your questions, right? All your questions I answered. So if you have more questions, Colette, you can actually put the questions down. I will definitely reply. So I wanted to be here for 1 hour. It's actually more than 1 hour now. So when it's exactly, let's say, 1 p.m. or, I don't know, 2:30, then we'll call it a day. Okay, so you guys should hurry up and ask your questions really fast because I have an appointment and I will be going maybe in an hour or half an hour. Indiana says, can the GCB recipient apply for dependent? Yeah, I think I answered that. Okay, Master says, hi, can you help with, sorry, I already answered you, Master. There is a visa there. There's a video that I made step by step how I applied for mine with examples, with the forms, with the everything. Go watch that video. It will help you. It's me sitting down. It's me talking. It's me explaining. It's me showing you the documents I filled. Everything is in the video. So go watch it, learn, start your application. If you have problems during your filling your applications or you have questions, then come back to ask. I always reply. Bella says, thanks a lot, man. You have really cleared my doubts about Brazil. You're welcome. So Master says, okay, again, the same question. Can you help me? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Okay, Master says, thank you. You're welcome. It's there. I think how did I label the name of that video? How to apply for Brazil Stories Visa step by step. You know, that's how I mentioned. So go look for it. My Instagram name is Daisy_Rain. Let me write it again. Maybe you were not here when I gave it the first time. _Rain. Broken and scattered. I think here we go. So I hope I answered everybody's questions. Are we done asking questions? So that I know if I call it a day or are there more questions to be answered, let me know. In mercy. See, one of the people that I helped, their visa has been approved today. So thank God. For those of you that always remember to come back to tell me, thank you for helping me, or thank you, our visa has been granted. Thank you so much for always remembering to come back. Because a lot of people, even after you help them, they don't even remember to come back to say, not necessarily to say thank you, but at least to say, oh, we got the visa, or oh yeah, you know. It's when they need help another time they will not come to me and say, oh yeah, I got the visa, we got the visa, thank you so much, but do you know how we can get accommodation? You know, because they want to ask for another help now, then that is when they remember to say thank you. That's when they remember, not even thank you, that's when they remember to say, oh, we got the visa, thank you, and then can you help us with accommodation, can you help us with this and that. And wow. Anyway, I'm going to reply this person later on my Instagram. Congratulations. They just approved their visa. We went through the step-by-step process. Like what I was telling you now, go watch the video. A lot of people have used that video to do their own form. And when they get their visa, they come back to tell me. Not all of them, but a lot of people that have sense always come back to say, oh, we got the visa finally. A lot. I have them on my Instagram there. So one of them just told me now. Okay, so I'm gonna message him later. He says, let me see, thank you so much, our visas have been approved today. So anyway, I'll be rounding up by I think 1 p.m. Brazil time. So if you have questions, you better rush it now. Yeah. It says, Adunola says, how early is the student permit entry into the country, or much must the student come in by month? No, you have to come before, because you need to prepare yourself right ahead, right? You need to go to the Policia Federal to register your visa. Then they give you straight 1 year visa. So you have to come before then. You won't be coming on the same month you'll be starting classes, right? You can come 2 months, 3 months ahead of time. Odimegu, hi Chidinma, you're always coming. I always see her on my comment section. Thank you so much. Hi Daisy, regarding obtaining resident permit via marrying a Brazilian spouse, do I need to authenticate our marriage certificate? I don't think so. No. Alongside police, that police report, you will need that when you will need the authentication when you want to apply for your residency with the marriage, not how will I put it, not when you're marrying. You don't, I don't know how to say it. When you marry, the police report is needed when after you marry and you're not ready to apply for your certificate for your residency, then you will need the police report. It has to be authenticated at Foreign Affairs. It is after you get married. You need to, when you're about to register for your permanent residency. Adunola says, does a student on scholarship need travel insurance? No, I've never heard anyone necessarily needed that. Where are you traveling to? You mean back to your country? You don't. It's all on you if you want to get a travel insurance. But it's not necessary for anything here in Brazil. Colette says, please can you forward the link on Instagram? That on Seeking Asylum. I sent it to you on the. I don't think you saw that. I sent it to you on the comment section where you asked the question. But anyway, I will send it again. Just send me a hi because there are lots of people and your message, Colette, on Instagram has gone down, so I can't find you. So just send me a hi on Instagram, and then so I can see you up again, and then I can forward the link to you to watch step by step how to apply for asylum. How you don't have to do it yourself. There are organizations that can help you. Okay. Let me see what more questions we have before we go. We have how many minutes more before we leave the scene? Okay, about 13-14 minutes more, and then we'll call it a day. How early is the student permit? Okay, I think I read that. Then I think it's finished. Colette says, sorry, I didn't see my. Oh, okay. I replied you and I gave you the. It's right here even. Okay. Indiana says, thank you so much for answering all these questions for free. You're welcome. You don't even know the work I have on Instagram. You're just talking. This one is small. Come to Instagram. My God. Even on YouTube, every video. Jesus Christ. This is very small compared to the questions that come in on Instagram and YouTube. But thank you. Lisa, hello, how are you? Welcome. Anyway, let me see what your question is about. He says, I have submitted my application to GCUB. Can I remove the school I applied for and add on another? Of course, the edit button is there. You can remove the school quickly. You need to go and do that before the 1st of July ends, okay? You can remove the school. You can remove the what is it called now, the essay you have there. If you want to put another one you just edited, everything is adjustable, okay? Go quickly before it ends. All right, so are there any other questions before we round it up? We have like, say, rush your questions. By 1 p.m. Brazilian time we will be done. We have like, say, 17 minutes more to go. Lisa says, thanks. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Colette, I see a message coming in on Instagram. I will forward the link to you, okay? I see a message coming on Instagram, so any more questions, guys? I'm still here for 15 minutes. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much. Whew. For today, I have appointment to go to by 3:30. Before 3:30 I have to be at the clinic. I have a gynecological appointment, and I have to be there. I'll be on my way. So I'm still here for 15 minutes. Any more questions? I'm still very much available. Chidima says we are married already, and I have reunited with him in Brazil. Great. I want to start the applying for my residence permit. So should I authenticate? No, you don't need to. The marriage, the police report, like I said, is the main thing to authenticate. From what I know, police report is what I know they authenticate. Because that police report has to go to the Brazilian embassy in Brazil here, in Brasilia, Brazil. Okay, Brasilia is another city where the Nigerian embassy in Brazil. So the police report goes there for them to attest to the fact that, okay, this person authenticated their police report from Nigeria. We see it, we accept that, yes, this person is a Nigerian, this person does not have criminal record, blah blah blah. They just write a small letter for you, add to it. That is what you take to the Policia Federal, and some other documents as well, your marriage certificate, your and blah blah blah, like that. But you can also go to LAPA, okay, for the marriage thing. For me, I use the baby, so I didn't have to authenticate anything apart from the birth certificate. Okay, so you can go to LAPA, Policia Federal in LAPA, to ask all that you need when it comes to marriage, and you want to apply for your it's you that is applying, right? Your husband brought you. Who brought who? I don't know. But all I know is it is the police report that is usually authenticated at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Colette says, thank you so much, Mrs. Adeze. Many are doing this for money, consultation fee, as they call it, but you do this for free. I am so grateful for your time and efforts. Thank you so much. Gracias. Obrigado. I'm grateful. Thank you for your kind comments. Chidima says, my hobby brought me. Okay, so I don't think you have to authenticate your what is it called? I think I've been chatting with you even before you came. I believe so. You've been chatting with me on Instagram, right? I think I remember you so well. Police report is what I know you must authenticate. Police report. But to be sure of everything you need to do, go to LAPA, LAPA, Policia Federal. Okay? Go and ask very well, so that when you're authenticating, if they say authenticate your marriage, you add it to your police report and then go authenticate. But in what I know, based on my knowledge right now, I only authenticated police report, because it is the police report that goes there. But it is possible that you might need to authenticate your marriage certificate because it comes from another country, right? So just go to LAPA. You guys are coming in like for real. Your girl needs to go for appointment. I was actually happy that the people were going down and down. If you're just coming in, we have less than 10 minutes. Please ask your questions. I am practically making noise. Ask your questions before we go. It's almost time for me to leave. 12 minutes to go. So ask your questions fast, quickly. Okay, Chidima, do you understand? Go to LAPA, Policia Federal, LAPA, LAPA. It's not far. You get to lose station. When you get to lose, your husband should know. When you get to lose station, you take the one going to Junjai. Okay? You take the train, not metro now. Metro will take you to lose. Train will take the red CPTM. They call it CPTM in Portuguese, but English CPTM. That's their train system from Luz. It's red. Take the one going to Junjai. Let me see if I can spell it. Jun. I'm talking to Chidima now, asking. I'm telling you how to get to Lapa now. Policia Federal Lapa. Junjai. Okay? Ask them all you need to know. Junjai. Chidima, are you there? Are you getting it? So when you get to Junjai, and when you take the train going to Junjai, you stop at Lapa. Okay? First, let me write it here. First, take a train to Luz. Take a metro to Luz. Take a metro to Luz station. When you get there, take a train, CPTM. CPTM. Going to Junjai. Okay? Then drop at Lapa. Okay, when you get to Lapa, it's very easy. People will direct you from there. Policia Federal is not far from there. Okay, Chidima. I sent you the address, Chidima. Bitcoin says, for newcomer like me, don't know to speak Portuguese, how to find job, you learn the language in order to survive in Brazil. There are many videos I have made talking about how to survive in Brazil, how you can get food basket, how you can, man, sometimes when people ask some questions, I wonder, are you even watching anything on the channel? Because I have practically said everything I know in Brazil that can help people on my channel. There's nothing in my head that I have not put in my channel. Go and watch the videos. Go and learn how to survive. There's a way to get food. There are ways to get study Portuguese for free. I've done all those videos. Help yourself to learn. Then if there are further questions you don't know, you come back to ask. That is the only thing you need to do to help yourself. If you watch videos, you're not helping me because I don't make money on the channel. There's nothing on the channel, so don't think I'm making money. Nobody, it's not making any money for me. I'm not rich from the channel. I'm not making nothing. So if I make videos, it's to help people. Go and sit down, learn for your own sake, for your own benefit, learn. There are videos that I can teach you how to get food for free, how to go to Portuguese school for free, how you can learn the language, while how to survive while you're learning the language till you're able to get a job. Everything is there. Please, I was offline before. Respond to my earlier question about flight ticket and travel insurance. I already answered that question. For GCB recipients, sorry to take you back. I said some schools offer flight ticket, but insurance, I've not heard of any school offering insurance, but ticket, yes. I know of Unicamp, I know of Federal University of Monte Grosso or something like that. Yes, they give some, not all, okay? So, but the scholar, once they give you admission, the scholarship is for sure. The monthly allowance is for sure. So, the flight ticket is optional for different universities. Some do, some don't. Okay. So Bitcoin says a person on asylum get work permit later can apply for PR. I think this guy is sleeping because I've said so many things here. Bitcoin, I think you're sleeping. There's nothing I have not said about this here today, and on my channel there's a lot of things that tells you, even on the video that I talked about asylum, I still explain after seeking the asylum, you can find other ways to change from asylum to permanent residency. I don't know. I've said everything here. I don't know what else to say. Bitcoin. If you're an asylum, you can work. You are free to study. I'm repeating myself. You're free to study. You're free to work. If you get a job that does not need the language, for example, there are construction jobs that you don't need to speak the language. Okay? Construction job, you can be doing your construction thing. You don't really, but you would need to talk to one or two people here and there, but it is not, you can manage your life with Traduto to talk to people, you know, but they don't really require language because it's construction work and you're always working on the site and all of that stuff. So you can do that without the language. And you can teach English online, on site. Okay, Bitcoin. And if you have your asylum ID, you can do anything. I'm repeating, you can do anything. Like a citizen, like a permanent residency holder, you can do anything. You can go to school, you can open a bank account, you can get a job, you can get a work permit, anything. Okay, I just pray you don't ask the same question again. Bitcoin. Ask another question. Olari Day says, good day, ma'am. Good day. Hello, how you doing? So Chidima says, thanks a lot, dear. You are God sent. You're welcome. Thank you too. Olari Day says, please share the video. Oh, thank you. Bitcoin says, living together, how long get PR? I don't understand. Like, living together, how long get PR? Living together with who? Can you break it? Like, can you expatiate? I don't know what you mean by living together. With who? With what situation? Anyway, we are about to leave. 5 more minutes. Rush your questions in. Yay! Rush your questions in. Rush your questions in. 5 more minutes. Bitcoin, rephrase your question. I don't understand, so that I can answer you before 5 minutes. In mercy, God, 5 more minutes. We're about to leave. So take us heart, Lord, I'll be your vessel. For the world to see your life in me, yeah. Amazing grace. Chidima, you're just joining. Welcome. We're about to leave anyway. 5 more minutes to go. You're just here. The GCB scholarship must 1 apply to 5 schools or 1 or 2 is it's not compulsory to apply to 5 schools. The reason they tell you to apply to 5 schools is so you can have options. So if one does not take you, another can take you. If another can, 5. It's a great deal. You feel me? So if you choose to, hi Mimi, welcome. You're just coming back. We're about to leave. We've answered a lot of questions. I don't know what your questions are, but you can ask now. 5 minutes, 5 more minutes to go, or you can go back to the beginning later to watch, to see what we talked about today. So Chidima Ikenwa, you can. The purpose of giving you the opportunity to apply to 5 schools is so you have different options. If one school does not take you, you have the option, your choice, or the option of the 2nd school, 3rd school, 4th school, 5th school. So if your course is, you find your course in 5 schools for the same course, all apply to all. Okay, so that you have more options. That's why the 5 schools are there. But if, for example, your course, you only find 3 universities in the 5, fill in the 3, look for another related course, okay, that is related again to your course, do another essay, and then fill in for the rest. For example, let's say computer science. You find 3 schools that are, out of the 5, 3 schools that they're offering computer science. Write your essays, fill in for the 3 computer science course, that school that has the course. Then go look again. You might find maybe statistics, another something related to computer science. Write the essay, then fill in for the 2 sports. So that's making 5. You can do it that way, or you can choose to just leave it at computer science, 3 schools, finish. But I just feel it's nice if you have that 5 space filled up. Just should, in case one works, another one does not work, another will work. You understand what I'm saying? So, Mimi, you're welcome. Your girl is about to leave. But we've talked about a lot of things, a whole lot of things. So you need to go back and check what we talked about if you like. Mimi says, my family and I are really want to travel Brazil. Please, ma'am, can you share the link to the application? I have seen a lot of links. So I really don't know. I will also watch the video to get all the... Now, let me understand you. What link? What link? You're welcome, Chidima Ikema. What link are you talking about? Let me know, Mimi. Paul says, can you give prices of basic food stuff, chicken? Anyway, how do I even say it? I don't know how to you can, for example, how do I even say food stuff? Fish is kind of expensive here, and meat is also expensive, but they're still affordable, but not expensive, but it is for an average family. You can buy, I think 1 kilo of beef can be like 30 something reals, 35 reals, I don't know. You can convert that in naira. Fish is expensive, man, but every other thing is fine. That's normal. You can find one small sachet of this for 5 reals. Anyway, there are ways for you to get food. I've talked about that. So you don't really need to waste money on food like that, except for the things you eat from your home country that are not in Brazil. In Brazil, there are ways to get food, rice, beans. I don't know. I've talked about all these things on my channel. I don't know whether I should continue to talk about the same thing every time. How to get food, it's on my channel. How to get accommodation for free if you don't have money when you come in, it's on my channel. Everything is there. You guys should go and look and see what will benefit you, and read and listen, learn, and apply to your life. Okay. Mimi says, oh ma'am, link to apply from Nigeria. Do you mean GCUB? I'm asking what link. Like, is it for GCUB? Is it for what exactly, Mimi? What exactly are you talking about? What do you want, Mimi? Like, what link? What link do you want, Mimi? Tourist visa link? It's on the video. There's a video I was explaining how to apply for your visa from Nigeria. It's in that video. I don't have it in my head here. So that link, I don't know, find it, and even if it's the only link you want to take, just find the video and find where I put it. I don't know whether it's in my description box, but I know I put the link to apply there, but I don't have it in my head now. Kaniki says, is it easy to get accommodation in Brazil? It's not difficult. No, it's not difficult. Yeah, there are affordable apartments. Yes, there's expensive, there's affordable. Anyway, I think it's time to go now. It's 2 minutes past the time I planned. I hope nobody has any more questions as I leave. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. It's been an amazing time, and I hope I was able to answer all your questions. If you have more questions, okay, Mimi, no problem. If you have more questions, you can send me a message on Instagram, Daisy_Rain. All right. So till I come your way next time, I don't know how, maybe through a video or something, we will see again. We will talk again. Daisy_Rain. All right. If you have more questions, you can send me a message there. Have an amazing day, everybody. Chidima, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you again. Okay? Ciao, ciao, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. Okay? Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Before I go, was I able to answer your questions, please? Was I able to answer your questions, please? As for the people that are still here, did I answer your questions? Anyway, you can, if there are any more questions, I already gave my Instagram and handle. You can continue questioning there or whatever. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Okay, thank you, Bella. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, Chidima. Bye bye. Where am I gonna cut this thing from? Where is it? Oh my goodness, I'm getting old now. Where is the, oh my Jesus Christ, I'm trying to end the stuff. So take this heart, Lord, I'll be your